Okay, so um, we are live, and of course, I just wanted to impart some knowledge to those who are willing to learn. All right, so a few days back, I was doing reviews of certain projects, and some persons always bring emotion. When it comes to crypto space, there is no emotion because emotion does not work. So no matter how emotional you are, the project will do what it has to do. So if the project is legit, it will not obey your emotion and not be legit. If the project is not legit, it will not respect your emotion and become legit as a result of your emotion. Most of the time, it is all about how the project is built to operate. Okay, so that's it.
Alpha.
Um, okay. You can ask your questions if you join us. You can ask your questions because yeah. Hmm? Yes, I will do that one. So you can ask your questions if you just know, but if you don't want to ask questions, like I said, you don't have to be emotional for a fake project to be legit, and also you don't have to
Met.
be emotional for a legit project to be fake. So at the end of the day, it's either you are it is either you are legit or you are not. So if you want to join us, please if you want to ask a question, you request to join us so that you ask your question. All right. So now I'll be talking about steps to verify a project. A lot of you have sent me different crypto projects to review just because maybe you don't know how to do your own research, or maybe you are not too good in doing research, or maybe, of course, nobody is perfect. Sometimes you may do the research, but you are still confused. That is why we need to do this video. If you take a look at the review I did the other day, you see that some of the projects that people were hyping because of the amount of the token and all that, most of them are no longer. That is why there are some factors we check before we say, oh, this project is legit or this project is not legit. There are some factors we check, and those factors are what I want to talk about. All right. So those factors are what I want to talk about. One of them is, when I was reviewing White Eagle the other day, they said on the website that white paper is coming soon. All right. Once there is no white paper, you don't know what you are buying. That is just the truth. If there is no white paper, it simply implies that you don't know what you are buying. It is either you are buying because of what somebody is telling you, or you are buying because of your emotion, or you are buying because of what you think, not actually because of the what. But that is why you need to do what you need to understand the white paper. Now, there are some white papers that are very enormous. There are some white papers that are not too much, that once you read them, you can easily see the white paper on the website or on the whatever the project represents. All right. So the basic things you need to know is the problem that particular project is solving. All right. For instance, somebody says, "Oh, I just launched a coin. I want you to buy my coin." the first thing you need to ask is what problem is that coin going to solve? That is what we call the utility. What problem does it solve? And for you to know that, okay, this is a problem that the coin is going to solve, you need to understand the white paper. That's why I always talk about white paper. For you to say, oh, this is a problem that this coin is going to solve, you need to understand, because without the solution, then there will be no utility. And without utility, then there will be no use case, because the only thing that will make that coin to be used is the utility. The people use Ethereum, people use Solana, people use Bitcoin because it solves certain problems. Some of them are used for transaction fees. Some of them are even used as a means of exchange. So some of these tokens have value because of the way they are being used, or as a result of the way they are being adopted. So that's why you always need to ask what is the solution that this project gives, the technology used in building that project. That is also another thing you need to understand. All right. Then you also need to understand the roadmap, because the reason we talk about roadmap is because roadmap will make you to know if the owner of that project is maybe somebody created a coin. The roadmap will make you to understand if the creator of that coin is futuristic. Okay, if the person has future plans, the roadmap will make you to have that feeling of, okay, this project is going to last for a long time, or this project is going to collapse on the long run. All right. So when somebody says, "Oh, I have a coin, come and buy my coin," and they ask me, "Okay, what is the roadmap of this project? What is the roadmap of this coin?" And they cannot say, "Okay, this is our roadmap, this is our plan, this is what we want to achieve, this is what we want this coin and all that." Without that, then the project is as good as a failure, or as bad as a failure. All right. And now, when it comes to the white paper, you should also beware of vague explanations. Some people just use repeated statements to make the white paper too big, in the sense that at the end of the day, they are just repeating the same thing. All right. So that is why you also need to, when it comes to, you want to be making money online or from the crypto space and whatever, you need to learn, you need to understand how to read, or at least watch videos, listen to people's reviews and what people are saying about that particular project. All right. So you need to learn, you need to watch videos, you need to listen to people, you need to follow up with updates. Don't just say, oh, I just want to make money, I'm not interested in knowledge. That is where you continue getting scammed. All right. So that is another thing, is also beware of copy and paste white paper. There are some projects that will just go and look for legit white papers and copy and paste on their own and say, oh, this is what our project is all about. Meanwhile, there is no real use case. There is no real use case. So when there is no real use case, the white paper is fake. All right. And then unrealistic promises. All right. There are some people that will promise you, okay, if you buy this coin in the next 2 years, it will be bigger than Bitcoin. In the next 5 years, it will be bigger than this. Point that you see that there is no use case, there is no massive adoption, there is no utility, just because few individuals who you believe in are talking about it, you suddenly believe that that coin is going to be bigger than Bitcoin. All right. So you need to understand all these things. These are practicable things that you need to understand when it comes to the crypto space or buying of coin. Because if you are just saying, oh, let me just do this thing because somebody said I should do it, let me just do it so that I will make money immediately. At the end of the day, you may end up losing that particular money and using more. All right. So so every legitimate crypto project, especially when it comes to coin, have a white paper. White paper is always the plan. You cannot say, oh, I want to found a crypto project without a plan in mind. You can't just wake up one morning and create a coin and start telling people to buy them without a plan. So you should be able to defend the coin. That's why I was having issues with White Eagle project when they say that they don't have white paper. All right. So, what is the solution that your project gives if you are just recommending people to buy your coin and in exchange of daily ROI, which there is no guarantee that will continue coming, because the daily ROI is only coming as a result of new deposits. So All these things are what you also need to know. Another thing is you need to study the team behind the project. Study the team behind the project. Check whether the founders and developers are real and experienced people. If someone is creating a coin, the person come and say, um, okay, this coin I just created, I am the founder, or we are the CEO developers of this coin, and this is our plan. All right, so they should have a social media account where you can comment. They should have a community, maybe Telegram community, where you should make inquiries about project. They should have all these things in place if the project is really legitimate. You cannot say, oh, I found a coin or I found an exchange or a crypto trading system while you are anonymous. All right. So you need to know all this. So sometimes the developers and founders, you can check them on LinkedIn, check them whether they have used a previous blockchain project before. Check their public appearances. Are they actually public and what people are saying about them and all that. So once the team is anonymous, once the project owners are anonymous, then and they use fake photos, because some of them they use fake photos which could be AI generated images or images that does not even exist. If they use some of those things, you will know that those projects are not actually legitimate and they can run away and you cannot hold it. The only person you can hold is the person that is introducing you to the project. And whoever is introducing you to the project these days will tell you that it is not a financial advice. So they are not the one advising you. So we are fully responsible for any financial decision you make. So if you lose money, if you charge the person that introduced you to the project, the person may even ignore your call or even block you for disturbing him because he actually told you that it is not a financial advice and you are fully responsible for your decision. All right. So that is it. Okay. So you also need to check the tokenomics. Tokenomics are very, very essential because tokenomics explain how the total supply of the token, the circulating supply, and then how the token will be distributed, how it will be distributed to the team, how it will be distributed to the investors, how it will be distributed to the community. If you don't understand the tokenomics of the token, you will not decipher how big that coin can be. All right, you will not decipher how that token can be. So that is why you need to understand the tokenomics. All right, tokenomics is very, very essential. You need to understand the tokenomics. If you not, will help you to know, okay, if you take a look at the total supply and the circulating supply, you should be able to deduce how much that coin can be. All right. Somebody cannot say, oh, somebody cannot create a coin that is over 100 billion in supply or coin that has infinite supply. And the person is telling you that the coin is going to be bigger than Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin is just 22 million in supply. Even without Bitcoin being fully in circulation, the supply is still very is still very amazing. And that is why you can see Bitcoin going to 100,000, going to 60,000, 70,000, and the rest of them because of the supply. So without a limited token supply, you cannot expect a coin to climb up $100,000 just from massive supply. All right. So you need to know that. And all these things I'm explaining and what I've already taught in my Fundamental Analysis Mastery Book. So if you don't have the book, you can chat me up to get it, or you check the description of this video to download it. All right, because that is where you can even see the website you can use to do some of this research, where you check some of these things. If you don't know how to do all these things, I've already explained them in the book, and you can actually do them on your own without having to look for somebody to do it for you or to do a research for you. One thing about learning how to do your own research is that when you understand how to do your own research, you will not easily be deceived. That is it. You will not easily be deceived because it is your own research. It is your own knowledge. You did the finding by yourself. So you cannot easily be deceived. But If somebody is doing the research for you, the person can tell you anything. The person can lie just to collect the money from you. The person can may not even take the time to do this because he's not the one putting his money there. I get it. So you need to understand that. So you can always use your coin market cap, coin gecko, debt screener to check all these things by yourself. All right. Okay. Somebody asked a question in the comment. The person say, "Did you get your own looks?" Okay. The person is asking this question with respect to business. All right. With respect to business, I did not get my own look. All right. So maybe I'm not among the people that they prioritize because they are paying according to those they prioritize, those they want to pay. That is why it is no longer decentralized. I always say that it is no longer decentralized. The moment they start prioritizing some individuals, it is no longer decentralized. It is now according to who they want to pay. So if they want to pay you, they take your wallet address and they pay you. If they don't want to pay you, that is it. So that is it. So that's why I'm not afraid of doing my review because they can decide not to pay me. Maybe they have even removed me from the list of those that will be paid because of some of the things I've said about the project. But that is just the fact. They are no longer decentralized, and that is just the fact. All right. So that is it. Now, when it comes to coin, whenever the team or the developer of the coin is holding more than 40 to 50% of the total supply, it is a red flag. The reason is because when they're holding 40 to 50% of, if the coin is trading at $10, if they sell just half of it, automatically the coin will crash. So if you bought the coin at the rate of $10 and they sell half of it, automatically the coin will go from $10 to about $5 to $2. That is, you are the one losing money. So that's why I always check the holders. All right. If you take a look at some of the reviews I did about coins, you see that I always check the holders. Well, they did the review I did about White Eagle. I check the holders of the coin. The review I did about Million Coin. I also check the holders of the coin. All right. So the holders determine the price. All right. So if the team is holding maybe 10% or 20%, it is fair. All right. If you take a look at the holders of Bitcoin, you see that it is divided among holders. So it is not held by few individuals. Take a look at popular coins, Ethereum, Solana, and most of these coins. You see that the holders are not just few individuals because when the holders are few individuals, then the coin can easily crash. So always check the holders, especially if you want to buy a new, check the holders before you buy. If you want to buy for a long term, also check some of the things I've already said, the tokenomics and the white paper. All right, so that is it. Somebody say I got my loot, but only say three figures amount. That is 100 to 900 dollars. Make not price like other coins. We say make is not pricing like other coins. Make strong coin. Of course, the reason it is not pricing like other coin yet is because number one is that they have not sold. All right, they have not sold. It is you still call it a strong coin because it is for me. Make is not in circulation. For me personally, I can tell you that make is not in circulation. You are holding the coin. You have not started selling it. It is not in the market. It is not listed on any exchange. If it is listed, you can prove me wrong. If make has been listed on is tradable on exchange, you can prove me wrong. So you are doing it as an airdrop. So it is not a circulation. So that is why the price is stable. All right. So once it is in circulation and people start trading the coin, then that is when you will know if it is a strong coin or not. All right. So you say it is tradable. Where can I trade it? Where can I trade it? Somebody say it's tradable. Where can I trade it? You can give us where we can trade it, where I can buy the coin and trade. You can you can share it here so that I will check it out. Because personally, after I did my review of it, I haven't really checked where I can trade whether it is tradable. The only thing I know is that they distribute it to those they want to distribute to. You say you bought 17 meg. Where did you buy it? Did you buy it on any uh, decentralized or centralized exchange? from from is it from business direct, or is it the same distribution mechanism that they're using to distribute million coins to people, or you bought from an exchange and it is on your exchange and you can actually sell it? You actually sell it, maybe maybe I don't know how much you bought it, can you also sell it? So you need to also respond to that. You can join me and maybe educate us on that. Mr. You say you bought, can you sell it? It is not about buying. Can you sell it? That is the question. Can I buy now and sell? When a coin is tradable, you should be able to buy and sell. I can be able to buy it and sell it. That is the question. That is the point. When it comes to when a coin, the tradability of a coin is your ability to buy and sell. If a coin is just distributed to you and they are not able to sell it, then it is not tradable. I can easily create a coin and distribute it to you. So if you can buy it and sell it, you can let us know. Then you can teach us how you can do it. All right. So um okay, so that is it. Okay. So another thing you also need to check is the liquidity and also the trading volume. Always check the liquidity because the liquidity will determine if the coin is tradable. That is another thing you should know. Liquidity determines if a coin is tradable. If you check the liquidity and the liquidity is low, if you buy that coin at a very high amount of money, you will not be able to do what? You will not be able to um to sell it because the amount is bigger than the liquidity. All right, and because you selling now will do what will crash the price. So that is why you also need to check the liquidity, make sure that they have enough liquidity that will sustain the tradability of the coin. All right. So you said you sold over $5,000. You can request to join this live and educate us on how you do it. All right, because like I said, the tradability of a coin is the ability to buy and sell, not just it being distributed to you. All right, so that is it. And then check the liquidity pool size and where the token is listed. Like I said, the token should be listed before you can say, oh, it is tradable. Either on centralized or decentralized exchange, you should be able to trade it. You should be able to buy and sell it. All right. So mostly people check on Binance, people check on Bybit, people check on Pancake Swap and any other decentralized exchange. All right. So when the liquidity is low, you don't have to buy the coin at that point. All right. So that is it. And then if the trading volume is artificial, it is not on chain, it is not realistic, then you should know that they are trying to swindle you of your money. Okay. Then another thing also you need to check about the process is the smart contract audit. When I talk of audit reports, sometimes people take it for granted. Audit reports are external reports from audit firms talking about the project, maybe educating, telling people that okay, the project is real or fake. All right. So audit reports will help you to do your own due diligence. Now, one thing about audit report is that report is not a guarantee that the business the mechanism is sustainable. Audit report always focus mostly on the code, the security of the project and the code itself. That's where audit report will not check the mechanism, like whether the project is good. Audit report is not going to check the sustainability of the project, whether the project is going to crash or the mechanism is not going to pay for a long time. Audit report will not check that. They will only check the code and the mechanism of the project in terms of security. All right, and they may check maybe if there are a situation where some external persons can hack into the system and steal money from there. That's what audit report is mostly about. So setting hacking and slow means can always do that. But when the project say that they don't have an audit report at all, then it is a red flag. because the whatever they are telling you about the project is just what they want to what they want you to hear, and it could be a lie. All right, so that is it. And then another thing is also the community. All right, so you need to know if they have a strong community, because a strong community also determines if the project will last long. So always check their Telegram, Twitter, Discord, or Reddit accounts. Know if they have strong community that will always do what that will always um, push the project to the right investors or adopters. All right. So that is it. But if they have fake followers, bots, trading bots in the Telegram channel, maybe Telegram channel, you can actually you can actually buy a bot. You can actually buy a bot that looks like people on your Telegram channel. So those bots will be on your channel, looking like real people, but they are not real people. So some of these projects, they will create a new Telegram channel, buy bots, then can buy maybe 50,000 bots that looks like human beings in the Telegram. So you will think that they are human beings, but they are not humans, they are actually bots. So you also need to check that, all right? And then when admins keep on deleting difficult questions, you should suspect them, because when you ask a question, okay, you ask a question about the project, they delete the question instead of answering the question. Then you should know that they are not being transparent. All right. There was a group I joined. Somebody actually sent me about the project, and I joined the group. So when I joined the group, I asked questions, they deleted the question. Instead of I asked another question, they deleted. I asked another question. The next thing is they removed me from the group. So when you are in such particular place, in such particular place, then you should know that they are not legitimate. All right, they are not. They are hiding real things. So one thing, find money. The only thing I can do, if you cannot join us this live and educate us here, maybe you can send me a message on WhatsApp, and maybe I will do a research on this coin again, because you say that it is tradable. So I should be able to do that to know if it is actually tradable. If it is not tradable, I will do a video and tell the community that it is not tradable. Like I said, if you watch my previous review about this coin, for me, it is not a buy for now. Okay, so that is it. All right. So in the beginning, I've already talked about the roadmap. I talk about knowing the plans of the project owner, so that you should know if you want to invest in such project or not. All right. So you also need to do that. So read their milestones and also their partnership. Who are those that are in partnership with them? All right. So if the project is always in active development, it is a good sign. The reason some persons believe in business is because they are in active development. Like they keep on sharing their new development, even though they are holding people's money. Some persons are still believing that they are going to pay them, because they they keep on educating people that they are building a structure, they are building an ecosystem and all that. All right. So even if they are not sincere, the fact that they are building makes people to have that belief in them that okay, they are going to pay them and all that. All right. So the problem I have with them is that they lied in the first place, and they are holding people's money, and they are paying few people that they are prioritizing. All right. So that is it. Decide to share my WhatsApp number. Okay, I'm going to drop a description in this video so that you get my WhatsApp number from the video description. All right, so that is it. So when a project keeps on updating things, keep on making new updates, adding new features that are favorable to the community, then it is a good project. All right. So that is another thing you should also look at is the use case. Look for real use case. Okay, so always ask yourself, what problem does this coin solve? What problem does this project solve? How do they generate money? All right. So if you cannot perform the problem they solve, you need to pause. Don't put your money yet. If you cannot fathom how they generate money, don't put your money yet. until you're able to perform that. All right. So that is it. So these are the factors um, you should check when it comes to crypto trading. All right. So the four major things you should check is the theme, the tokenomics, the liquidity, the use case, and um, maybe the fifth one should be the holders. All right. So that's the so in my next video, or like I said, if in my WhatsApp group, I always post some educational content. Some of them as a write up, some of them as videos and others. Most of our videos we do here is just to educate our community on how to invest wisely in the crypto space and how to be making some good money from the crypto space. So always do what always subscribe and like our posts, also share our posts so that other people will also see them. Because by sharing our posts, you are also helping people to gain more knowledge. And also by subscribing to this channel, you will always learn from us. All right. So you will always learn from us. I'm going to drop my number. Like I said, I'm going to drop my number in the. Okay, let me know if I can drop the number here. All right. If I can drop the number here so that you can always chat me up. Okay. Okay. So so that is it. So if you have any question, you can drop it either in the chat or you join me. You can actually request to join me. I will add you up and ask your question. I'm done with today. So you can join me and ask your question. All right. You can join me and ask your question. Okay. Okay. So if you have a question, you can join me and ask your question. All right. Find me money. I'm trying to figure out a chat section. I'm trying to figure out that. Okay. I think I can't figure that out. So if you have a question, please drop it here. Question about anything, just drop it here. In few minutes, I'll be done. If you have a question about anything, just drop it here. All right. Okay. Okay. You can drop your number. Find money. You can drop your number so that I will chat you up. My own number is 0708 478 4615 plus 234. That is our country code. All right. So I think I'm done for now. Bye. Stay tuned for the next video. Plus 234. Plus 234. Plus 234. 708. 478. 4615. Plus 234. 708. 478. 4615. Plus 234. 708. 478. 4615. So I think that's for today. I believe you got the number finding money. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. We'll discuss better and I will check it out. If it is tradable, I will let the community know. All right. So that is it. Thank you everybody and have a great day. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. Right. So all right. I've got some messages from people.